morning, grade 4s. Today we are going to talk about two of the trickiest verbs in Miss Freeman's opinion to tell apart, and they are lie and lay. These ones can be really tricky, so really try to pay attention. And just like I've drawn myself a little chart, you might want to draw a chart like this too. You will be able to use it later on, so it will be a really handy thing to have. So if we're talking about the verb lie, we're talking about lying down. So if you are tired, you lie down, like this person here who's lying down. So the forms of lie include she will lie down. He is lying down on the bed. He lay down. Watch out for that one. And she has lain on the bed. So all of these are a version of lie. You'll use this lie when you have the word will involved. You will use this form of lie, lain, if it has the word have in it. Those are really tricky ones to try to remember. And the trickiest thing is, look at this one here. One form of lie is lay. So sometimes we say he lay down on the bed, which gets a really confusing, and I'm going to tell you why. Because this lay is used for a very different purpose. This lay is used when we're laying a thing down. We're putting it down on the table, that sort of thing. So he lay a paper down on the table. She is laying the blanket on the bed. The bird laid an egg, or he has laid a thing down. So this version of lay is used as well, and it's a bit tricky to tell the difference between this lay and this lay. So if it's someone laying down or someone laying a thing down, you use the same one, but all the other forms are different, and those are the ones that often are confused. So I'm going to show you how we use those in some sentences, and we're going to use this chart to help us find the right answers as we go. So I'm going to move this down so you guys can still sort of see it, but not really, and we're going to do some questions together. So in this one, we have to choose the right form of lie or lay. That doesn't mean that every word is going to be lie or lay. It might be laid, it might be laying, it might be laying. We have to choose the correct one, which is where our chart comes in really handy. So let's start with this. Mary has blank a sheet of paper on each desk. So if we're talking about a sheet of paper, we're using one of these forms of lay. And we're using the word has in here. Whenever we have a has, we're going to use this last one, has laid a thing down. So we say Mary has L-A-I-D, laid. Next, this morning I blank in bed until 9 o'clock. So it's talking about laying yourself down. You're actually lying down like that. So which one do we use? This morning well, lie wouldn't really work because we don't have a will in there. It must be this one then. So a bit tricky, but it's that form. I lay in bed until 9 o'clock. Number 3, we're talking about an object being laid on the desk. That book has laid on the desk for too long. So if it's using the word has, which form of lay do we use? We use this one. So we write laid, L-A-I-D. Devin blank on the sofa most of the time. So for this one, we can use lay, like that, or we could use lies. He lies on the sofa for most of the time. These ones are tricky, so I'll do just a few more for you. So blank your work aside, talking about putting your work down on something. So it's this lay. And we're using present tense, so we're going to go lay your work down and come to dinner. Next, Jack blank down and take a nap. It's talking about him laying down himself, so we use lay like this. This one, Jack blank down and took a nap. So he's lying down. We can use lay there as well. This one might actually be lie. And this is why I say this one is really tricky, grade 4s. I don't know if you can see, but there's definitely some back and forth on whether we can use lie and lay. If you use one instead of the other, I usually do not mind, but it's good to keep an eye on what the correct grammar is. I'll do just a few more because these ones are tricky. If you want to follow along with me, you totally can. Number 8. He told me to lie down, so I lay down. If you're telling someone to lie down, L-I-E, so I lay down. They're tricky. So that's sort of the biggest difference between these two. This is talking about directly doing it. This is when someone tells you to do it. Like this one is telling, hey Jack, lie down. And this one, it's telling us what happened to Jack. He just did it. Samuel was blank on the floor, and William was blank bricks in a row. So Samuel himself is laying down. So we're going to use a form of a form of lie here. And it has the was in it, so we're going to use this one. Was is sort of like has. Was is sort of like is. So we're going to use that form. Samuel was lying down on the floor. And William was laying bricks. Just like that. Okay, so there's a start. Do your best on this one. Don't worry too much if you get a few mixed up. These, like I say, are the trickiest ones to tell apart. So give them a go and see how they go. All the best, grade 4s. Bye-bye.